In the previous lecture, we have seen how to make this LED flash. For that, we had initialized PD4. What is PD4? The bit 4 of D port, the port D. And you have seen it here. This is PD4, which is bit 4 of port D. We had set it to 1. 1 means output. So it was in output mode, and therefore if I give logic 1 here, current will flow through this, it will glow. If I give logic 0 here, current will not flow and this will be turned off. So this is what we had done. This is the direction register. PD4 was 1. 1 means output. Now we have to look at PD3 because I have connected a switch here. In fact, I have connected switch to all these pins, one switch each. But for the simplicity, I have only shown one. So we have to see PD3, how it behaves. First, we have to make it input. So PD3 0, this is the direction register, contains a 0, which means it is input. So this is fine. This PD3 is an input pin. When you press the key, you get logic 0 that I have explained. It is connected to ground. And when you release the key, it is connected through a resistance to plus 5 volts, so it gets logic 1. Now, how your program will know whether PD3 has received a logic 0 or it has received a logic 1? In other words, we want to check the value of PD3, and depending upon that, we are going to take some action. Okay? So let us go to our program, and before that let us see the explanation for this. How to check status of a bit in an 8-bit register. That is what we want to do, and our interest is in PD3. So suppose you want to check status of bit 3 in port D register, then what you will do? PD, it may contain either, this bit may be either this bit 0. This is the bit 3, 0, 1, 2 and 3. This bit 3 is 1, or it may be 0. How will you know whether it is 1 or 0? Okay, that is what we are going to do. So right now I have shown it, this particular bit as 1. I prepare a mask. Mask is another 8-bit number in which all bits are 0 except at the position where we want to check the status. So 0, 1, 2 and 3. So position 3 I want to check here in PDIDR. Therefore in mask also I set it equal to 1, and all other bits are 0. Okay. Having prepared the mask, I perform an AND operation and see the result. So I find that 0, 0 is 0, 1, 0 is 0, 1, 0 is 0, 0, 0 is 0, 1, 1 is 1. This is the bit we wanted to check. If this is 1, then result will be 1, non-zero. This is 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. So it will not be affected by any bit other than this bit. If this bit is 1, then I see a non-zero result. But suppose this bit were 0, I have reproduced it here. If this bit is 0, then what will happen? Mask is same, and I am performing AND operation. So the result is, see, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1 is 0. And all other bits are 0 anyway. So overall result becomes 0. So if the bit under test is 0, then the result is 0. If the bit under test is 1, then the result is non-zero. So based on this, we take the decision of what to do. If the bit is 0, what to do? If the bit is 1, what to do? That we can do based on this masking operation. You mask and perform AND operation. If the result is 0, it would mean that bit 3 is 0. And if it is non-zero, it would mean that bit 3 is 1. Now, under what condition this bit is going to become 0? When the key is pressed. So I can write here 0, and when key is pressed. Key pressed. And what about this? It means key released. So when the key is pressed, result is non-zero. When the key is not pressed, when key is released, result is non-zero, and when key is pressed, result is 0. This is what it is about. So this is how we check the status of a bit. Now let us go to the program. In this program, you can see this is the flashing part, the flashing part. Now I am going to do this. I am going to check. This is the PD IDR, and what is this? This is the mask, and why this? I am performing AND operation. So when I perform AND operation, if the result is 0, then I will not do this. If the result is non-zero, then I will do this. Okay. So if the result is non-zero, I am doing this. Else means otherwise, I will do this. So I am changing value of C. If the result is 1, when is result 1? You remember? Result is non-zero. Result is non-zero when key is released. Result is non-zero when key is released. So this is non-zero, key is released, and therefore I will have C equal to 30,000. And if I press the key, then the result will be 0. So I will not be able to do this. I will do this else. Else this means I set C equal to 60,000. What is the use of setting it 30,000 or 60,000? This goes into a delay routine. You can see here at the last line in the program, visible program is C. This is C. If C is large, then flashing is slow. If C is small, then flashing is fast. Because delay is small, so it will flash faster. So in this case, what is going to happen? This is true, then I do this. And this is true when key is released. So if key is released, the amount of delay is small and therefore flashing is fast. If the key is pressed, then this is not true and therefore I go to else and I give it a longer delay and therefore flashing is slow. So press the key, flashing becomes slow. Release the key, flashing becomes slow. Done? Okay. Then let us see. Let us first build it. I will show it from the beginning. We had to make sure that this is in debug, and let me remove the breakpoints and let me build it. Let me remove this also from here. So it has been built. Let us, yes, 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 yes. So 0 errors, 0 warning. It is all properly done. And now I can debug. So press this D. I have gone to left hand upper side. There is a capital D inside a blue circle. I press it. Then it says, tell me about target selection. So I say, okay, as explained before. Now it is doing the debug, preparing for debug. So it has done. Yeah, I don't want to see this disassembly. Let me remove it. Now, what you see here, here you see peripheral registers. I'm interested in looking at register D. So port D. And port D, what is the value of IDR that I want to see? I want to put it in binary. Display item in binary so that you can quickly understand what is happening. So bit 0, bit 1, bit 2, bit 3. We are interested in bit 3. Okay. So now let me first reset before running. Reset. So the pointer comes to line 15, which is the first line in the main function. It will do all these things, and we have seen what all this means. And I will make 2 breakpoints. One breakpoint is here, and another breakpoint is here. So what will happen? When I run it, it will keep moving until a breakpoint comes. So it will either stop at this breakpoint or it will stop at this breakpoint. It will not stop at both one by one, no. So in one run, it will either stop here or it will stop here. When will it stop here? It will stop here if this is true, if this condition is true. That is, if the result is non-zero. So if I don't press the key, then result is going to be non-zero because that bit is connected to logic 1. And therefore we will have a slow, rather fast flash because delay is small. We'll also have a look at the IDR port here. Okay, you come to the bottom. In peripheral registers, you have port D, input pin value register, which is this, and we are interested in this 0, 1, 2, and 3, this particular bit. So let me run it now and see where it stops. Because I'm not pressing the key, therefore this must stop at line number 31. Let us check. It has come and stopped at line number 31. If I run it again, it will again stop there. I'm running it again and it has stopped again, and you see that every time it is stopping here because the key is not pressed. What is the value? If the key is pressed, then what happens? The value of this bit becomes 0. See, I am showing you in PDIDR, port D input pin value register. This is where the pointer is, where the cursor is. This bit is 1 if PD3 is 1. This bit is 0 if PD3 is 0. So when you press the key, PD3 will become 0 and this bit, which is right now 1, will become 0. Let us check that. Okay. So how to check that? I'm going to press the key because I have that key with me. Everything is already assembled. We have seen last time. So I press the key. And I run. For run, I press F5. It is running at full speed, and let us see the video. So it is running at a particular speed. When I press the key, it becomes slow. When I release the key, it becomes fast once again, and that is how we are using this. So friends, this is how it is, and I will stop here today, and until next lecture, enjoy. If you have any difficulty, contact me, and if you forget something, you rerun this lecture. Okay, thank you.